Hey, this is Rogue Angel, and I'm going to talk about, I'm playing Star Stable, yeah. Second Life. I just fucked up. Everyone who knows me knows I play Second Life. My friends, my family, my parents know I play Second Life. I'm 26 years old. So I'm within the legal limit, even when so that means I joined when I was 18. Woo! Yay! Yay for joining when you're 18. But I digress. What I mean is there's children playing Second Life now. Like, a few years ago there was a big thing about 16 plus, like 16 to 17-year-olds being able to play Second Life, because the teen grid was going kaput. Now, I don't know if it's true, but 13-year-olds can play now? 13 can, but they're only allowed on G Sims. So, yeah. But what's funny is years ago in Second Life, you had to access adult content, you actually had to prove you were an adult with like driver's license and stuff like that. Now it's like freaking click in the viewer. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. So it's just like, what? It went from like super serious business to just, like essentially child's play. No pun intended. And whatnot. And there's a lot of kids that play Second Life before this even happened. I remember someone who was been on Second Life since they were like 13, 14 years old. That's crazy. I mean, I've known about Second Life since like ever. Since the early 2000s. But I didn't really join it until 2008. But still, it's just crazy that people don't watch their children anymore, essentially. And they leave me as a store owner to babysit the child, and I have other shit to do than listen to them ramble on about school and blah blah blah. I only wanted to hear about them, help them with their thing. I don't care about, who they pissed off at school that day. But, the point is they've always been in Second Life. I'm aware of this. I've met plenty of them. But what kills me now is that used to, you had to prove that you were legally an adult. Now it's like a click of a button and you are an adult, supposedly. And the verifying system is completely changed. It's laughable. It's laughable. But, tell them that and, well, they don't give a shit. But people are just like, children in games have always been an interesting topic. Because oh my god. I don't know. I just don't see them being anything other than laughable. because children, most children, talking generalization, don't have the mental maturity to deal with a game like Second Life, which essentially is an open digital world of real life. I mean, you have people like furries alike, because I'm part of the furry community, but I claim no association. Most of my friends and I still have family members are actually human, which is interesting, because most humans are quite dramatic themselves, but that's with any community. It's starting to light up here. Lighten up. But as I was saying, it's just like they stopped caring about getting their ass sued, because back in the day there was child trafficking. Essentially, you could have Second Life could essentially allow you to have sex with children avatars. And I'm sure it still happens today, but I don't know anything about it. But that was a huge thing back in the day. Even when I was joined as a newbie, we heard about it. The horror stories of SL. If you're on the internet. And whatnot. It's just crazy. But they're actually allowing people to, I don't know. It's just crazy of like them not taking care, especially since they've merged grids several years ago. They've just gotten lazy. And it's like that with any game anymore. They've gotten lazy. Because there's actually adults bullying children and vice versa. Say, for example, I'm doing this race and I get... Oh, here's a prime example, and one I'm all too familiar with. In this game, you can have friend requests. You can, and whatnot. And people don't talk to you, or I have yet to have. Very few do they actually say hi, or wait for you to respond if you are even paying attention to local chat, or say chat, whatever you want to call it. And it's just like, nope. And they get mad. And in Second Life, it's worse because you have voice. You have voice chat in Second Life. So they can turn on their mic and freaking cuss you out. No, and the worst thing that you can do is mute them. But they can still bump and grief the fuck out of you. That's really sad. Or they can get their friends to, cuss you out or whatever. And you can still hear them on voice most of the time, depending on the viewer that you have. It's pretty irritating. I've seen it happen. It's something to behold. And I've seen tons of people just get griefed, too. I mean, trolling is one thing. I've had people, because I used to be an admin on Second Life for a few sims several years ago. People still hate me because I told them not to do something. And they actually go out of their way to make me uncomfortable in that situation. And half the time, I don't even remember who the fuck they are. I don't even remember what I told them to do. Or not to do, rather. So it's like, okay. And and they'll rally people up. Be like, yeah, why'd you do that? Huh? Why'd you do that? And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking